What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Final Fantasy Evercrisis video. First off, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to the how do I feel about this game, if it's pay to win or not. That was a surprise. A lot of people interacted, and I'm happy to see the engagement that everybody had. A majority of people were on the same page. We all think that this is a PvE game. There really shouldn't be much of a pay to win aspect to it. Just play at your own pace, enjoy the game for what it is. A lot of people had some complaints about certain things that the game is doing, such as the stamina regeneration and how little stamina you get, and a lot of free-to-play are fairly happy with the way the game is going. So next up, what I want to do now, guys, is go over something else. I want to do an ultimate Cloud lightning potency, crit damage, physical attack build, and also summon for what I'm hoping to get is Red 13's weapon to do lightning reduction, or thunder reduction in this case, okay? The reason why I'm doing this is I want to push my Cloud to be the ultimate DPS. That's kind of the goal, okay? And I want to go through how I'm approaching it and what my goals are in terms of getting that done. So let's talk about what I want to go for in terms of weapons, okay? So we're going to do that first. So we're going to go to the solo party section, right over here into Cloud. And the weapons I'm currently using at the moment for Cloud are going to be the Murasame, and I have my Buster Sword. Okay, now I'm going to most likely switch this one up a little bit because it gives me the boost HP and boost attack, but really not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for better R abilities. Okay, so the C ability is nice to have, the Braver obviously, but I'm going to look for a better ability for that. Like I looked at Apocalypse, the boost attack is still not worth it, neither is that, but the damage scale of Bloody End is nice. I'm going to look at most likely using something like, let's find it here. I am looking for boost crit potency, by the way. That is something that's definitely on the block. I was thinking about doing the physical defense decrease to increase the damage. We'll see about that. I have supports that do that already, right? And then obviously like the magic damage I don't really need. So I'm looking for something with lightning related. So we're going to keep going through this and figure out a better option here for Cloud to have for better damage overall. Now I am still debating on the crit potency. That seems to be one of the better options here, right? But it does require you to level up the Iron Blade. So physical attack is decreased is nice, not that good in terms of what I'm looking for. It will help him survive more, obviously, right? And then of course we have the option for Butterfly Edge. This does boost limit break options. So we might keep Braver, we might look at Apocalypse, we might look at Hard Edge, or we might look at the other one, which is going to be the Iron Blade. So secondary weapons for Cloud, still on the fence on that one. But sub weapons, easily going to show you guys what my options are there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go back here and look at the sub weapons. Now sub options, I'm going to show you guys my current go-to sub option choices and what I plan to do. Okay, so I'm going to click here, I'm going to go to filter, and my goal here is to simply find, and this is how you use the filter, by the way, so for some of you who don't know how to do this, lightning potency, physical attack, and we're going to do the, where is it, boost crit. Okay, these are the things that I care about most. Now I want to talk to you guys real quick about the Murasame and how they actually scale with weapons. Okay, it's very important that you guys know this. Now these are going to be the sub weapons that are the best for my build. Okay, specifically here I'm looking for this one. So the broadsword axis boost physical attack, right, and then also boost lightning potency. So I want this for as a sub weapon 100%. This is going to be the best sub weapon in my opinion for Cloud, hands down. The second option I'm looking at here is anything that gives me the crit potency right here. So this would be the second sub option, which is going to be the black rifle. So I'm aiming for this 100%. So this will give you the boost physical attack and boost crit potency. The third option is going to actually be what Barrett's currently using. I'm going to go back here because Barrett has it equipped. I kind of have to go to him. You guys can see what it does right over here. And that is, where is the R abilities? Boost HP and boost crit potency again. So this here will give a little bit more survivability, but also give me the boost crit potency. Now what does crit potency do? Well, it increases the amount of crit damage you do whenever you do a crit. Pretty straightforward, right? Now the reason why all this is important, the reason why you want to go for physical attack over just regular attack is regular attack will split up the damage at half and half for physical and magic damage. If you look at Cloud's Murasame, let's go and take a look at it. The actual skill is a physical lightning damage skill. That's how you know what your weapon scales on, okay? When it says physical lightning damage, you know it's a physical trait that it scales off of. When it says something else like magic, Okay, let me show you guys an example of that, right? Then you know it's going to be a magic scaling weapon. So a good example of this would probably be Shiva's blade, right? See here it says magic ice damage, so you actually want the magic stat, right? Now if you plan to play a hybrid build where you have magic and physical, then you want the attack stat because that gives you half and half of both. But for the Murasame specifically, we're going to be aiming for physical attack because it gives you the higher percentage for that. So that's going to be the goal to build the ultimate Cloud. Now, the other things you have to obviously note is you're going to need all the blows here and you're going to want the proper substats. So physical attack is great, but you don't want to have the base stats, you want percentages. Materia is a long-term game, guys. It's not something that's going to happen. Like, see this magic attack? Useless for him. This should go on someone like Aerith or someone like Barrett if they're using magic based skills. The HP is nice, obviously. It's good for survivability, but again, not important. So materia is going to matter so much in terms of substats and where you go. So again, the goal here, guys, is going to be probably Barrett's bazooka, most likely the black rifle, and broadsword axes. So we're going to do some summoning because I actually want to switch my party up a bit. I actually don't want to use Barrett anymore. I'm going to start using Red 13 because of his brand new weapon for the new event that's going on. It actually reduces thunder resist damage on opponents, making Cloud's Murasame special skill hit way harder. Alright guys, forgot to mention this real quick. There was one other weapon, and shout out to my boy Boomstick for mentioning this one. I think he's the one that kind of drew my attention to it, and I think this one is also going to play a big role, and it actually does belong to Barrett as well too. So if you run Barrett, you may not want to do this to your Barrett to switch him over to Cloud, but the Hauser, his actual weapon right now, has an incredibly cool R ability, and that's boost ability potency. And what this does is it actually increases the amount of physical and magic damage done in the attack stance. So you know the stance that I just made a video about and how to control it, so there's defense stance, attack stance? Well, with every 5 point, or I guess 5 points here, 15 points, etc., look at the difference in abilities that you get when you're boosting this. So currently mine sits at boost ability potency at 15. That right there will boost the attack stance damage for physical and magic by 15%. That's a lot. That's a lot. So this is something you might want to consider. So if you're going through the filter, you may want to add additionally another little item into the R abilities, and that's going to be physical attack, lightning potency, boost crit, and then lastly, let's see if we can find it. Where the hell is it? Boost physical ability, and then boost ability. Okay, so these ones here are going to be a pretty big difference. So if we can take a look now, let's see how much it opens up the floor for more things, right? So now you can see here you've got a lot more to play with. So this one here will give you boost attack and boost lightning resist, so we don't care about that one right now. Let's see what this one is. So this is Zach's boost physical attack. Okay, no, we don't care about that either. So let's see if we can find one here that actually does what we're needed to do. So Stingray, boost attack again, boost attack. So it looks like all of these are going to just boost attack except for the one. So I think this might be the only one, guys, that has what we're looking for. So this here is really good, but this here is better, right? So this actually might be the better sub weapon to go with over the bazooka. Now you can obviously run the bazooka with it. So let's say I don't have black rifle obviously is better because it gives you the physical attack and the boost crit potency. But this here actually gives you the boost HP for survivability plus boost crit potency. It depends what you want to do in terms of power versus survivability, and this obviously gives you the boost ability potency. So you still want to run this. The problem is you have to give up one of these for this. Like this is a must-have. Like the broadsword axis is a must-have. Like you cannot miss this. This has to be in your squad because that boost lightning potency is massive. Okay, so you have a couple more options now to go with